Maybe we do gotta go with the 6. We'll see. Shuffle a little bit more. Interesting. One more. All right. Thank you, ladies. All right, let's put you in order, shall we? Got 1. Aine, adaptability. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to move the camera to the other side. Hopefully give some more light here. That's a little bit better. Okay, so 5 goddesses for October. Aine, adaptability. Alright. Great Goddess, sacred unity. Mary, miracles. Oshun, generosity. And Yuki-Onna, stillness. So we've got 117, which is 8, 34, which is 7, 41, which is 8, and 52, which is 7. Let's start with Aine. I wonder if there's a way I could prop this up here so that you could see while I read. A lot of third eye. This is a lot of Celtic, a lot of third eye chakra. It's almost like she's got wings coming out the top. You see? A lot of inner light. Maybe you're standing in authenticity for sure. She almost looks focused on source. Nothing else is distracting her. And this is the first time I've gotten this card. Number 1. Okay. A lot of acceptance. All right. Aine, adaptability, empowerment message. When you've set intentions for how your life could be different, better, fuller, juicier, prosperous, creative, more meaningful, etc., adaptability is a power you'll need to rely on. The old familiar you, the one who is used to your comfort zone, is now invited to dance in an uncharted territory. The questions to ask yourself as you step into the unknown are, who do I need to become in order to experience this life I desire? What in me needs to shift so that I can welcome this amazing abundance? You may want to pull an extra card after your reading, as a message from another goddess may grant you further insight into your answers. Know you have everything you need right now. You are aligned with the Celtic shapeshifter goddess Aine, who could move effortlessly between our world and the world of the fairy. Her power of adaptability is sparkling within you. Magic is afoot. Your alignment message. Sometimes you find yourself unable to respond to life's challenges because you are holding on too tightly to an image of how things should be. It's hard to adapt to changing circumstances when you are so connected to a familiar condition or an old identity. or you may be too attached from the old you of your desired outcome, and when things go in different directions, you resist. Have no fear. Instead, love these changes, be open and curious. Call on the goddess Aine to embody her power. Remember, she could effortlessly shift from one to another and move between worlds without consequence. Trust that whatever you're bumping up against will dissolve through your willingness to simply be with and what is, and allow the magic to reveal itself. This is really interesting because as we hit in October, we're going to get to a certain point where the veil's thin between the living and the dead. And I got a lot of green here. So opening up your heart chakra is definitely very important, as well as orange for your creativity. Not necessarily the sexual part of it, but creativity is definitely important, as well as solar plexus. And as I said, she is not looking directly at you. Like in most of these cards, the goddesses are looking almost right at you. She's more focused on source. Going within, introspection is going to be really important, especially in the month of October, okay? All right, next card, Great Goddess. This is definitely giving off almost unicorn vibes. I don't know if you're into that sort of thing, but there's a lot of rainbow, which is signified for alignment, reaching the other side, also coming into self, and standing in your authenticity. Sacred unity. That would be the duality within yourself as well. Hopefully you could see that. And number 8 is really important, especially for this year. We're in 2024. This was also the year that we had 888, the portal. Turn to the side. It's also the symbol for infinity as well. We got a lot of galactic energy as well. Got the stars back here. Okay, number 17. Let's see what she has to say. Empowerment message. Now is the time to view your world through a reverent and clear lens of unity and connection. The domain of the great goddess, the creatrix of all life and the great mother of all. It is time to leave the right and wrong, good and bad, zero-sum game world behind. Enter the space where you can find a sacred ground of sharing without guile. Work from the desire that everyone benefits. Look at others as if they are also a reflection of yourself. Take a humble yet grounded approach to your life right now. Be accountable for the energy you put out into the world and be aware of how you influence your surroundings. The great goddess reminds you that you may need to see self as different than others, but you are all one in her presence. Treat others as you would be treated, and miracles abound. This is truly an auspicious time in your life to grow and expand. Unconscious choices and behaviors may be causing a distortion in your world. Difficult feelings are part of the journey of self-discovery, and now is not the time to shy away. In order to survive, you may have been conditioned to suppress what makes you uncomfortable. You might have found yourself in a temporarily awkward place with someone and don't know what your next step should be. Be honest, say what you don't know, or say that you don't know something, and be open to learning. The great goddess offers you this alignment task. Make the discomfort, awkwardness, and the uncomfortable sacred. Think of what would happen if you made what you considered a flaw, loss, or failure a beautiful, integral part of the art of your life. Every breath you take is sacred. Every mistake you make is a gift. And every time you learn from a relationship, it is a blessing. Bless all parts of you and your life, for you are sacred in the heart of the great goddess, who sees only beauty everywhere. Yeah, a lot has to do with standing in your authenticity. Recognizing self-worth and value is very important at this time, okay? All right, next card, number 34. Number 7. You've got the star, the 8-pointed star, which is guidance, knowing which direction ahead. North node and south node is very important. Make sure you have the balance of yourself. Again, I don't know if you're religious or not, but a lot to do with Mary has to do with the sacral chakra as well, and kind of keeping that sort of powerful energy with yourself and not just giving it away to others. Miracles. Maybe recently you've been come up on hard times and you're trying to ask for a miracle. Just remember, it starts with yourself, what decisions you make and how you're going to approach your life, how you react to situations and stuff like that as well, okay? Because it is your choice. You get to choose whatever happens. You can't control the outcome, but you get to choose the decisions you make, how you act, how you think, what you say. Okay, so your empowerment message. Mary, Mother of Miracles, has come to celebrate with you today. She is here to remind you of all the amazing wonders that are everywhere in your life right now. Look around you, especially at all the synchronistic events that have already taken place. Ever since you were born, events and opportunities have come together to support you, guide you, show you love, and present the world as you see it. Look closely and see the hand of the divine working on your behalf. You are powerful and you are a co-creator, so you are responsible and accountable for the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that seed your field of dreams. Remember, miracles are uncanny evidence that from the invisible world, life springs into form without any reasonable cause or effect. Mary gave birth as the great goddess was shown to do long before the Christian myth of Mary became real. She proved herself to be the very essence of creation itself. In this moment, Mary reminds you those miracles that you can too call into being. You don't need a cause or any evidential fact or calculation to believe and then see the miracle rise up in the conditions of your life. When Mary appears, you are reminded that you will never run out of miracles. Your alignment message. Have you ever stopped believing in miracles? Do you think they are only for others or doubted their existence? Could it be you've been reading and watching the news too often and so finding yourself feeling powerless and dependent? Or has the dry spell of your life gone on so long you even stopped looking for water, which would be symbolic of emotion as well? Have no fear, for Mary has a message for you. This is all about your mindset. This moment is an opportunity to turn things around, and it begins with your thinking. What if you remembered that your repeated thoughts, feelings, and beliefs call the world into form, as we're all co-creating with each other? What if you recommitted to your creative partnership with the divine, and from there chose another way to experience your life? You have the power of Mary, the Mother of Miracles, running through your veins. She did not need the seed of a man from outside of her to give birth to a miracle. In the same way, you don't need your outer world to change first. You don't need someone to rescue, love you, or take you away. You are the one you've been waiting for. You need only choose how you will respond to your current reality and focus on a day at a time in service to the miracle of life. What is for you has its own divine timetable. Your alignment task is to remember that. Very symbolic and nice for the October read here for the 5 goddesses. Okay, and then we have Oshun, filled of beautiful solar plexus energy here, okay? This is happiness, this is gratitude, this is love, affection, showing that to others, sharing. As you can see the fruits up top here, I believe those are oranges. Again with the sacral. She's also got a luck charm almost around her, the top part of her arm, like a lucky band here with some coins. So this could symbolize finances, but not necessarily. Generosity is very important as well, especially when we have an abundance of things and we're really, really good at manifesting. You got to remember what you put out into the divine bank, you're going to get in return as well. It's got an equal flow. Money is also energy as well. So just because you're receiving a ton of stuff, or over the years, maybe in the past, you've accumulated a lot, you have to remember also to be your generous self as well. I'm not saying you have to give everything away you worked hard for, but keep in mind that as you make room for new, new will come in. And that's number 41, which is 5, which is change. Okay, let's see what Oshun has to say. Number 41. I like that card. It's really pretty. Okay. Hey, Gypsy, you gonna come up here? All right, Oshun, generosity, empowerment message. There is a universal law that centers on the unrestrained generosity and flow. Oshun, the benevolent Yoruban river goddess, the representation of nourishment, healing, fertility, and prosperity, reminds you that life herself has given to you freely. You have been offered air to breathe, water to drink, food to eat, and shelter to sleep in. So it is your task to give freely of yourself, no matter how big or small the act, without expectation of receiving anything in return. The Goddess Oshun encourages you to allow gratitude to permeate everything you do right now, even the smallest of opportunities and gestures. The very experience of giving and being generous with your heart, time, money, assistance, kindness, and care will provide more value than you can imagine. And when you release all the attachments to the outcome, you will be surprised to see how good fortune will be bestowed on others and yourself as it comes back to you tenfold. Oshun reminds you that this is the truth that has existed since time began and will continue until the world's very end. Alignment message. Sometimes you may fall prey to fears about whether you will get what you want or need, so you worry about money or love and you begin withholding. You might find yourself being overly restrictive and beginning to hoard for that proverbial rainy day. Do you know you cut off the generous Oshun's flow of potential when you allow yourself to be convinced that there is not enough? That's a lack mentality in itself. That's something that a lot of people are programmed here in this reality and need to kind of move out of, okay? The truth is, when you begin to be miserly with your time, affection, and gifts, you will see little in return, as all you begin to notice is what isn't there. So what you focus on is very important, okay? What are you putting effort into in your time and energy? In this moment, the Goddess Oshun wants to offer you this alignment task. You can expect the great goddess to be generous with you. If you show her you don't trust in the flow of her generosity, it may not come back to you. Now is the time to do the opposite of what you fear. When you feel there is not enough money, spend it a little bit at a time to signal your trust in abundance. Clearly, if you only have so much, you spend it wisely, okay? If you feel unloved, ask who you can love and where you can show your care, especially to yourself. Even a kind gesture made to a stranger sends a sign that you trust in the generosity of the world. Don't wait to get what you want. Give it away to others, and you will be amazed at how things turn around. The Goddess Oshun has only your best interests at heart. I think what a lot of people don't realize in this existence, this reality, whatever you want to call it, that a lot of people don't realize that the more they hoard on to things, the more they believe solely on the materialistic value of things and that they need to keep constantly, it's going to eventually cut themselves off of the flow of things, because it has to be a constant movement in and out. It can't just be a one-way street, if you know what I mean. Okay? And last but not least, for October, goddesses, 52, which is 7, Yuki-Onna, stillness. This doesn't have to mean a stagnant energy necessarily. This could mean sitting with yourself. There's a lot of blue, so being verbal and communicating not only with yourself, but your people around you. possibly is needed at this time. There's a little touch of purple, so that could be the third eye chakra as well. She has her crown. She sits with herself nice and comfortably. This could be symbolic for winter as well. As we are approaching autumn, we're already in autumn right now, we will be heading into a more hermit-like energy when the seasons change over. So maybe sitting with yourself, doing meditation, whatever you need to do to get in touch with yourself is very important. Listening to your intuition and using your gifts to help better yourself or heal yourself is very important as well, okay? What does Yuki have to say? Number 52. Hopefully you guys like these readings. If not, maybe you'll find something else. I offer a variety of different things. It's never boring on this channel. You will always find something either that resonates with you or that sparks your interests or convinces you to maybe try something a little different. Reminding you that you can be your authentic self. It doesn't matter what people around you think, okay? Because regardless of what you do, people have the tendency to judge. And some that don't have the understanding are not going to judge in the nicest ways, but you still are allowed to stand in your authentic energy, okay? Okay, Yuki, empowerment message. The Japanese goddess of winter, Yuki-Onna, calls you to a practice of daily meditation and stillness to prepare you for greater productivity and results. Being open and receptive, slowing down, allowing for time to dream, activates your partnership with the universe so you can truly set your intentions in motion. Then, almost without effort, you discover their vibrational match in the world of form. Just as life force quietly builds within a seed buried under the snow, so too will the energy build in the seed of your desires before manifesting with no effort on your part. You will find how it's easy to co-create while implementing a practice of stillness and receptivity. Let others make the first move at this time, as you assess and observe the world around you from the profound position of stillness and neutrality. In this way, the world becomes more intimate, yet you know to take nothing personally. When the goddess Yuki comes to support you, be still. This calls in the miracles. The action now is no action at all, okay? Alignment message. Some days you wake up frozen, stuck, and unable to move due to the effects of emotional denial and resistance to what is in front of you. Or maybe you are exhausted, spent from emotional burden of your current situation. The winter goddess Yuki-Onna has come to help you move out and pass this experience into a healthier state of stillness. When you are frozen, it's the ego that is refusing to accept life on life's terms, potentially causing you fear and depression. Now, most of the time, our past traumas has a big influence on any of the decisions we make, okay? And getting past that and moving out of that is very important. The ego was just placed there, in a lot of cases, just to protect us. So it's out of like a state of fear, which is not helpful at all. A particular situation or person may be causing you to see yourself as a victim. The goddess Yuki reminds you that this is because a temporary movement in the millions of moments of your life. The task she has for you is to answer one question. Will you trust the great goddess in the universe to be your active partner in co-creating your existence? If so, slow down for a moment, let all your troubles go, and you will see the miracles of life and what it has to offer you. You really have to have trust in the divine universe, trust in yourself, belief in yourself. And being able to go within and sit with yourself is very healthy. It shouldn't be something that people fear. If it is, then there are certain things to take a look at and assess. There's a lot of introspection and self-healing to do, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you need assistance from other people, you're allowed to ask, but right now you're being asked to sit with yourself for a moment and maybe do some reflection of whatever it is that you've already experienced, showing gratitude to yourself, love to yourself, and appreciation for all the hard things that you have already been through up to this very point. You've survived. You are not a victim, you're a survivor, okay? So those were the 5 goddesses of October. We have Aine, adaptability, Great Goddess, sacred unity, Mary, miracles, Oshun, generosity, and Yuki-Onna, stillness. Hopefully you found something that resonates. Like, share, subscribe. You're more than welcome to join us on the membership as well for this channel. If you like anything, I really do appreciate, even energetically, your gratitude and the love that you show me. And I hope you find some peace within yourself as well, especially coming into October and when the veil is thin between the living and past loved ones, your ancestors. It's not weird. There's a lot of cultures that kind of have like an altar or something to appreciate our past ancestors and loved ones and talk to them and interact with them in a healthy manner. And it's not weird, okay? It doesn't make you weird for showing love and affection to those that came before us, because they kind of paved the way in a sense, if you know what I'm talking about. All right, hopefully this helps you.